I'm going to keep following. Thanks so much. Let's bring in our H1 Legal Lounge, great criminal defense attorney Joey Jackson. Let's get back to the red mat. How important of a point is that in this case?
Non-point, Mike. Good to be with you. Listen, the fact is
love Joey Jackson.
Out of it, as the prosecution is saying, there's this red mat. It was glaring. You should have noticed it. Are you kidding me? It wasn't there. You could wave it in your hand and show it around and say it's nonsensical. It's ridiculous. Of course, you should have known. It's on the floor. It's not a neon sign, belting in your face, or it's not a light that shines. It's on the floor. As a result of that, most people, when they're walking, are walking straight ahead. And, some people look...
You would have been noticed that.
Anything else. Other people are walking, and they're walking straight. And so the fact that it's a mat, to me, is not that significant. And if it is significant, as the prosecution is trying to explain, I think the defense can make a lot of hay by bringing up and telling the jury exactly what I'm saying. It's a mat on the floor.
It's a damn red mat on the fucking floor.
In the face.
Got it. Okay, let's hit another point. We got two pictures. It's a comparison. It's inside both apartments, the apartment of both of them, John and also Amber Guyger. And as we look at these two, and again, this is inside both of them, John's apartment, and there's the comparison picture. How important is this? And what's the point prosecutors
look at the difference. Look at the difference now. Couch, TV, no couch.
She should have known better.
That's right, Mike. So the point is clearly that that's not your apartment. The layout is different. The feel is different. The nature of the observations you should be making are different. So how in the world can you mistake this for your apartment? It is unreasonable, will say the prosecutor. The defense will say, well, that's easy for you to say. When I come to, the defense will argue, my client came to the door. It looked, because of the door jam, that it was a burglary. And based upon that, your adrenaline is flowing. You open it up. You look, you see someone, it's dark. Yes, of course, there's light emanating from a TV, but there's not, again, bright light shining. And as a result of that and the stress of the situation, you act accordingly. And so I think that's explainable too. A point to be made, to be clear, as you show the photos of the various layouts, they're different, of course, you should have known, but in the stress of the moment, really hard to be taking inventory in your mind when you think there's a stranger in your apartment.
Got it. Let's talk about Amber Guyger's actions right before the shooting. Did she warn both of them, John? Give any, hey, who are you? Anything at all like that? Let's listen to a neighbor who did not hear anything like that.
And then I heard gunshots.
Okay, how many gunshots do you remember?
2.
Have you ever seen where police have given loud commands to somebody that they want to get control over, like get on the ground or show me your hands? Commands to that effect that are loudly spoken to get compliance.
Yes.
Did you hear anything like that before the shots were fired?
No, sir.
Is that a huge point for prosecutors there?
I think it is. I mean, listen, as an officer of the law, that's the first thing you do, right? And I get that you're kicking in, you're acting in a split-second capacity, but even then, show me your hands. What are you doing, Giving verbal commands to someone before you engage in the ultimate act, which is deadly force, I think is certainly relevant. And if it wasn't done, then the question becomes why. And it goes to this whole narrative the prosecution is suggesting, which is she acted unreasonably. She shouldn't have been distracted by the texting beforehand with her boyfriend. She shouldn't have been distracted. She should have known what floor she was on. She should have seen the mat. She acted unreasonably. She should have noticed the layouts were different. So it fits with
what they're not telling you on TV. That's what I heard. They said she was texting her boyfriend, talking about how she gonna get that pussy tore.
Well, an elderly woman leaves the laundromat. She's
sexting, talking about how she gonna get it good. They're not putting it on national television though. I know the truth.